Okay, welcome to another episode of Joey's Scarf. Today is June 14th, 2022, and this is episode 58. And it's been a minute since I recorded last. This is a knitting and crocheting and yarn podcast. So I've been doing a lot of knitting and crocheting. So I have some stuff to show. A basket full. Okay. Now, this is going to be a challenge because Ross is in the room. And he likes to add his little comments. So you might hear some peanut gallery comments in the background. Okay. So let's get started with some stuff that I'm working on, or that I have worked on. Oh, that one fell. All right, so let's see. I've been doing more crocheting than knitting, and I have found that the crocheting is easier on my hands, actually. And as soon as I pick up the knitting needles, my hands go numb. So I've been doing a lot of crocheting, which seems to be better for my hands. But I have done some knitting. And this is one of my favorite things that I've made since I saw you last. And this is called the Fruit Stripe Shawl. And it's by Judy, aka the Autumn Acorn. And I made it to knit it with minis that I had, some mini sock yarn minis. And in between each stripe is mohair. So it's a really cool looking shawl. The original pattern had some kind of a scalloped edge, and I decided to go with the fringe. I think it really looks cool. So that is the Fruit Stripe Shawl by the Autumn Acorn, and everything I am showing you, if I think you might want to know about it, will be in the show notes. Okay, so that's that. So one of the things I've been really busy on, I've been making these Japanese knot bags. This is what they look like. And they're kind of cool looking. And this is crochet. And I lined them. I even put in a little cell phone pocket here. And they work really cool. You just kind of wear it like that. Closes it up. And I've been using mine, one of them, as a knitting bag. And it really works good. Fit a lot of stuff in here. So, as I said, I've made quite a few of them. Once I made the first one, I couldn't stop making them. They were so addictive. And actually what happened was my daughter saw the pattern on Instagram, and she asked me if I think I could make this. And I said I'd give it a try. So the pattern is called the Coco Knot Bag, and it's by the Crochet Village, and her name is Assia Colozzo. And she has a lot of patterns for different style bags. And the pattern is very well written. She tells you how, there's some photos in the instructions, and she shows you how to line the bag, which when I heard that you could use a lining, I thought it would be a good idea to line the bag, but I am not very proficient with a sewing machine. So I dragged out my Husqvarna that I haven't used in years. I'm looking at Ross because he's my audience. What?
Didn't the police come over that?
Wondering what I was doing.
Yeah.
So it was simple. The lining was very, very simple. It was just really 2 seams. It was just very easy. So once I did the first one, which was this one I used Lion Brand sugar and cream, or one of those, and it's good. But the pattern, the person who wrote the pattern was using Lion Brand 24/7 cotton, which is a finer cotton than the Lily, whatever the sugar and cream cotton is. This is one of the colors, but it just has a nicer edge to it. It's not as rustic looking, and it kind of has a sheen also. So I think it makes a nicer purse. And so I use that yarn to make this one. I made a really neat one for my daughter-in-law, Anne. She's a huge Mets fan. So I made a blue and orange one for her. And I found, at Joann Fabrics, I found lining, Mets logo lining, material, and that's what I lined it with. And I'll show you what it looks like here. Okay, so as I said, I've made several of them. I posted one of the first ones I made on Instagram, and a friend of mine asked if I could make her one. So I made her, she wanted an aqua one, so I made her an aqua one. And then another friend wanted 2 of them, so I made her 2, a purple one and a blue one. And actually I'll show you all of them in a little video here. So these are the 2 that I have here they don't have a home. So I just wanted to make them. This is a brown one, and I lined it with this pretty lining, and has the cell phone pouch. So the way these work is as you can see, one handle is larger than the other. So you're supposed to put the larger handle inside of the smaller handle, and it makes that kind of it closes up the opening, makes it secure. So that's the brown one. And then I made this denim one, blue denim, which I do have somebody in mind to give this to. And it has the floral lining, and so the big handle goes in the little handle, and I just think they're so cool looking. So I've made a total of 7 of these in the time that since I've seen you last. And they go quick. And it's, I used a size D hook, USD hook. I don't know what, I think it's 3.5 millimeters. So a smaller needle, which gives it that dense fabric. So that's that. That kept me going. As I said, I haven't been able to do too much knitting, and the crocheting does seem to go easier on my hands. So that's that. And what else? Other crocheting. So I've decided to see if I could join in the dishcloth a month crochet knit. This is a knit along by the kitchen sink. Also, Garlene, also known as the Kitchen Sink Shop, and she's putting out a pattern once a month for washcloth. And I, starting a little late as this is June and this is my first one, but these also go quick. A little disappointed in the size of this one. I thought I would like it to be bigger, but I don't know how I can do that. I think the reason too that this came out not as big is because I think this yarn that I'm using, this is the Lion brand 24/7. I think it's thinner than what normal washcloth yarn is, the peaches and cream or whatever it is. So I think maybe I'll try, the next one I'll try with the other yarn and see if it comes out bigger. So this was January's pattern. It's called Meg's Dress, and she's her theme is books. She's basing this on books. So that's that. Okay. So then it seems like I don't have a lot to show, but I really have been doing a lot, but sort of the same thing over and over again. So then I saw this. Let me show you the picture. Oh, this is Meg's dishcloth. Meg's dress. That's what it looks like. So then I saw this on Instagram. And this is a granny square headscarf. This is what it looks like. And I thought, oh, I can make that. I think it's a paid for pattern on Ravelry. So I did. This is how it came out. This is made out of that 24/7 cotton. It's very heavy and very thick and very large. So it doesn't feel very comfortable on. I probably would not wear it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else I could take these squares apart and do something else with them. Anyway, so I was a little disappointed in this one. You know, it took me some time to make the squares. I like making granny squares, but I don't like all of the ends that you have to weave in at the end, because I'm using 3 different colors, and you know, after each round you break off the yarn and then you add on to the next color, and there's just like 1,000 ends, and they never stay in. You know, they pop out at the back. Okay. So it was kind of a fail. But then, Instagram again, one of the people I follow, her name is Cassandra, I think. What is her name? I think her name is Cassandra, but her Instagram name is Rizza Knits, Rizzy Knits, R-I-Z-Z-I Knits. And she was showing a photo of this really neat crocheted head wrap, and it had flowers along the border, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. And she offered to do a tutorial on Instagram, so she's been putting out lessons like one at a time to make this scarf, a kerchief, bandana, whatever you want to call it. So
for the time allotments.
Okay, so this is what it looks like, and I will put a video of me wearing it. A lot of fun making it. I was a little kind of impatient waiting for the one at a time lesson, so I found, actually what I did was I used, as you can see in this granny square one, along the top here these are triangles, these are not squares. So this pattern has instructions to make a triangle. So that's how I made the triangle. And then I found because Rizzy Knits did not have a tutorial for the flowers, or she's going to put one out, but she hasn't put it out yet. And as I said, I was impatient because I wanted to do the flowers basically. So I found a tutorial, of course, on YouTube, and the name of the episode is Crochet Flowers Border by Oana, and she goes step by step on how to do just the border, a flower border that you can put on anything. So she was just showing how to make these flowers and attach them as a border to whatever you're making, a blanket, scarf, whatever. The thing with that tutorial, though, is you really had to try and sit and write down as she was instructing. So it wasn't like, okay, step 1, do this, step 2, do this. It was like she was just crocheting and talking and kind of informally showing you how to do the pattern. There was no written pattern. So I went on YouTube. You can look at a transcript of the video, which I did, and I kind of pulled out the instructions that I needed. It took me a while to figure out how to do this, but when I did it, I found, okay, easy peasy. So and I love these. I love wearing them. And of course I had to make another one. And I made this one. And I think they're so cute. This one came out a little bigger, so it was a little harder to tie in the back, so I had to do some adjusting here. But I love the yarn. And these are all just, sock yarn that I had leftovers from, and so I decided to use them for this. Okay, I'm going to actually tell you that one of the purposes of my little kerchief headscarf is I'm thinking of growing my hair out again. The gray is coming in too fast, and I just can't stand doing it every 3 weeks. And so I thought transition would help me with this. So we'll see. I like the color, and I wish that I could keep it, but it's just too much to maintain. So we'll see how that goes. And I think, my last thing I'd done since the last time we saw each other was these socks. And I think the yarn is Leading Man Fiber Arts. Is this yarn?
Leading Man
Fiber Arts. That's the name of their company. So, okay, I have a work in progress that I started the last time, the last podcast. And this is how far I've gone. And this is called the Mini Skein Wavy Cowl. And I'm going to just make it as a scarf.
These what?
A scarf.
That's what they're going to do.
That's what I'm making, as a scarf. It's really a cowl. You're supposed to, join the ends and make it a cowl. But I think I'm just going to do it as a scarf. But I haven't worked on this in a while. Maybe I'll pick it up again. Let's get in there. It's all tangled up now. So that's that. And what can I say about what we've been up to? We've been, I don't know. Let's see. My granddaughter had her prom. She looked beautiful. She's graduating next Monday. Can't believe it. She's my oldest grandchild. It's very challenging to record a podcast, really. I feel like I'm speeding through this, but I did want to touch base with everyone and let you know that we're doing okay. We're hanging in there. Summer's taking a little while to get to the Jersey Shore, but that's okay with me. I'd rather have it cool than humidity and heat and all of that stuff. One thing I have been dabbling in is the Instagram Reels. I'm finding it interesting to try and create different styles of videos. TikTok I cannot figure out, and I don't think I think the Reels are more my jam.
That's supposed to be the easiest of them.
TikTok, I just can't figure out how to do it, and I just don't think I belong on TikTok. I enjoy watching TikTok, the recipes that people make, and it's just like they make it look so simple. So I enjoy that part of it, but
Find a TikTok.
The goofy dances and all that stuff.
Well, that's okay.
You
That's
wouldn't
what
find me
makes it fun.
doing that.
That's what's fun.
Yeah, well, I not my thing. Yeah, so I've been finding the Reels, the Instagram Reels, sort of satisfies a creativity, my creative side. So I think that's it. What have you been up to,
Like that.
you guys? So that's what I've been working on. That's quite a bit, actually.
Two more. What you should do is offer to do it in 2 parts.
2 parts?
2 parts.
I just had enough barely had enough to do one part here. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I do want to tell you that I'm going to give away one of my bags to you guys. The brown one. This very pretty lining with the cell phone pocket. And I'm going to throw in a Yowza Mini by Miss Babs to go with it. So if you would like to have this brown bag that I made, and I will put my little label on it, like and subscribe, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tell me if you've ever tried crochet. It's a lot of fun. So I will see you guys next time. Hopefully it'll be sooner than this last time. I miss you guys, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye-bye now.